Listen, guys, I just want to say before I even get started, I want to thank you guys most definitely for your time. I know you got other things that you could be doing, working on your businesses and such. So it's very, I find your time very valuable, and I'm going to make it count for you guys. Okay. Now, this is not going to be about me. This is not going to be about my success. This has nothing to do with me. This is more about you and you only, and hopefully you can take what I say and bring it to your team and create that duplication, okay? So first and foremost, for those of you that don't know me from Adam, I'm Chad Cook. I've been involved in this industry for over 12 years. I work full-time from home. Been doing it for several years, and I also own a brick and mortar company that my wife and I actually built together. So this is what I do for a living, guys. And, like I said, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. But let me just make one thing clear. What I'm going to be actually telling you guys today is going to be like a buffet, okay? I'm going to be laying out all the nourishments, so it's going to be up to you to decide on what you want to indulge in, okay? I remember years back, I remember all the mistakes that I actually made. I was so focused on, what I wanted and my income and stuff like that, and I didn't realize that I had different options. You know what I'm saying? And, the options is learning the proper steps and going through the right channels and aligning myself correctly to even see my options, okay? So, and part of that reason I was so in tune what I wanted instead of the steps that provide me with other options, if that makes sense. So before, I can remember I used to be the one, I would multitask a lot. And, when I found myself multitasking with everything, and, honestly, people still do it today and wonder why they're not getting the results with their business. So I was like, if you don't understand what we're saying, I got to the point to where I started figuring it out. And I just started telling people, when people used to really message me and ask, what is it about what they're doing that's not getting them results, I used to tell them, I said, if you're not understanding what we're saying, then you're probably multitasking when the other person on the other side that you're watching is talking. You're probably, either on Facebook, you're watching a football game, who knows, okay? I know those little shiny red little notifications on Facebook can get can get very distracting. And, people keep asking how, but they're not turning off what's distracting them. So my suggestion to everybody watching here, guys, is make sure that, make sure your TV's off, silence your phone, guys, and be in an area where you can eliminate any distractions whatsoever, because this is going to be vital and crucial information for you. This is the stuff that I wished I knew when I first started. And I wished I had the proper guidance and someone to actually take the time out of their day to show me the ropes like I'm willing to give to you today, okay? So turn off all the distractions, pay attention to people that actually can help you and that's willing to help you build a business. People that don't do that, this is what we call resisting information because you're too busy multitasking, okay? Multitasking, guys, is not a habit of the wealthy. Ask any successful entrepreneur or any successful person. They don't multitask. What they do is they pay for multiple things for a flat fee for a flat period of time. So you pay money to get more stuff done. So, and don't be distracted on what others think or feel about your business either, guys, because most of the time, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, most 9-to-5ers think all online businesses are scams. Well, here's my opinion on it, and take it for what it's worth. What's really a scam to me is going to college and getting a degree that they said that you needed to obtain, and then go out and spend $50,000 to $60,000 on education or wealth of knowledge, then leave that institution, just go work somewhere that you don't even want to do, and not even be able to apply what you actually learned in that college, and then be in debt on top of it. Now, that's a scam to me. So why not get trained? We're in the network marketing industry, guys, so our model is this, and our mindset is wired differently, okay? We believe we want to get trained and apply at the same time. That's how we make the transactions, and that's how we can actually gain the results, and that's how we can actually create a business while we're learning at the same time, okay? Does that make sense? So this information or education is actually in the walls of this industry. And, you know, you could already be making tens of thousands of dollars. Now, as an income disclaimer, I will tell you this, okay? Since I do mention money or any kind of profit, guys, I always have the same income disclaimer, okay? We're not here to remove things that you like in your life. If you're getting paid for it, then carry on, okay? We are only here to add what could be missing that will help you develop your business, okay? So your desire for making money doesn't actually make you money. You are paid to make sales transactions. So if you want more money, supply more transactions. And a little bit just a little bit, guys, I'm going to go over a lot of information that's going to help you make more transactions in your business. I'm going to teach you some things that you probably heard of or maybe not have heard of. Okay? So first thing to understand in marketing, let's just go over that real quick, okay? Now, I have my screen shared as big, so right now I'm not reading any comments right now, guys. I'm avoiding my distractions. I'm taking my own advice. I will open up for a live Q&A at the end of this webinar, so that way if what I did not cover, if you have a question about a particular thing, I can answer them and address them for you, okay? But first things first is let's understand marketing, okay? First and foremost, guys, you got to really understand your target market, okay? You have to speak. You have to speak to a particular audience. Okay, you cannot market to just anybody and everybody. Okay, what I always said in my rule of thumb is marketing to everybody is actually marketing to nobody. You're in this business to solve problems. So how can you do that when you don't know how to market to each person? You don't know what each person's problems are. It's simple. If you're not making sales, sign-ups, of course, or recruiting, then why should they? You see what I'm saying? And there's a lot of people, a lot of wannabe gurus out here that, play this fake it till you make it card and ask people to, have people to just go spam and post everywhere on social media, take pictures behind cars or boats that don't even belong to you. Guys, I'm going to tell you right here, right now, that's not going to work, and that's going to set yourself up for failure. You're not providing, you have to be able to learn to provide a solution to each and every single person that you speak with, guys. So it's just like shooting arrows. When you shoot arrows, does that arrow hit the whole target or does it hit a precise area? So learn to, hit in a precise area because, an arrow from my understanding is not like a scattered shotgun. It doesn't just hit the whole thing. You got to be precise. So you got to learn to shoot straight and aim for the bullseye. And that's how you perfect your craft. You also develop skill sets that will help you perfect your craft along the way. And that takes time, guys. So if you don't have a lot of skill sets right now, it's okay. You're still a winner in my book because you're still trying every single day. And that's the most important part, guys. So the second thing is, guys, you want to really learn about people. Learn the psychology of people. You want to where do they live? What do they want in life? What do they make? What's their age? What's their needs? What's their haves? Things, open-ended questions that get people to open up talking about themselves because people really, honestly, they love talking about themselves. They love bragging. It's just a psychological human trait. So, you can't go around, just one thing, that a lot of people do, unfortunately, is you can't go around blame others for not making money, for you not making money, when you don't even know what people's needs are. If you want to work like an amateur, last time I checked, a lot of amateurs don't make it to the professional level. So why not treat your business, so why treat your business like an amateur when you can treat it professionally so you can get better results? Does that make sense, guys? And number two, guys, is you want to have a message. Create a message that identifies you, okay? Determine what you have that will solve someone's problem or provide a solution. You found out who the person is. You learned a little bit about them. You found out what the problem is, and you have solutions, okay? And in understanding your medium, guys, that's another thing. I don't know if you ever heard this term, but your medium. In simple terms, it's your advertising location. It's where you're choosing to market at. That's what's called your medium. So what are you going to do to put this message for specific people to see it? It's not up to your sponsor, guys. It's not up to your team. It's not anyone to tell you who your target market is. It could be YouTube. It could be solo ads. It could be Facebook, blogs. Who knows? But you want to specialize in a particular medium. That's really how the professionals do it, okay? Having an asset doesn't win championships, guys. An athlete doesn't get the gold because he or she possesses a particular talent. It's determined by the training that they do and the sacrifices they make daily. It's the decision to cut off plan B. You got to have the mindset of not having a plan B and C. You got to have the mindset of this is plan A and this is all I'm going to do, okay? There is no other choice. So what you're doing out here, guys, on social media, those that are selling products and services, is you're asking people to give you money, but you don't even know where your target is. You don't know what their needs are. Most people go out there and they harass everybody trying to convince them that your particular biz is the greatest thing ever and wonder why you're not getting results or the money it just stops coming in. You know, things are great at the beginning. Anytime you join a brand new company, it's that enthusiasm that attracts people and you start getting success at first. But if you notice a month or two down the road, the results ain't the same. It's not consistent. And then you start to question why. And then you start doubting yourself and your capabilities. And it just becomes a vicious cycle to a point of no return. Okay? It's not because of that, guys. It's because you stopped learning. You stopped targeting your market. You stopped providing solutions. And then you have the nerve, not you per se, but you know what I'm talking about. People have the nerve to blame their sponsor or blame the business or whatever other justification or excuse they have. Guys, I'm going to be straight point blank period with you. Anybody that knows me I'm pretty direct here. I don't sugarcoat nothing. A business is not a person. It doesn't have emotions, okay? There is no character. There's no personality. It doesn't have none of that, guys. All a business is, it's a simple platform designed to make you transactions. That's one thing a business does have is you. That's what separates businesses, guys, is you, okay? So what are you going to do to change what's not working? That's something that you want to probably ask yourself and work on that, okay? You know, you can learn and learn and learn, guys. I can be here all day and all night teaching you things, okay? But it's not a matter of my knowledge. It's not a matter of your knowledge. Knowledge doesn't possess the power. It's the applied knowledge that possesses the power, guys. You're always going to stay stagnant if you don't apply what you learn. And in network marketing, if you want to establish yourself as a authoritative figure or a leader or an online influencer, whatever title or jargon people want to call it these days, then you know you have to apply, you have to execute, and then you have to learn, then you have to apply, then you have to teach. And that's what creates duplication, and that's what builds teams. Okay, because when you're doing things and it's working, make notes of that, because in this business, it's all about testing and tweaking. There's no one such thing as a one-size-fits-all formula. I don't care who you are or what business you're involved in. There could be a basis, a foundation, so to speak. There could be a direction, but ultimately, you are your business, guys. You are your best product and your service. Okay. But real quick, I'm going to actually go over some other things that. It's what I basically kind of created myself. Now, I've been doing training for a long time, and I have simple principles and I have laws of social media marketing, and I'm going to actually share them with you guys. I don't think I've ever really shared them publicly with people before, but I'm going to share them with you because I feel, you know, you're here for a reason. You're wanting to learn stuff, and I don't want to let you down, okay? So let's go over some laws of social media marketing, guys. Number one, most importantly, is listening. Okay, a lot of people fail to do this. Success on social media or any content marketing platform, guys, requires less talking and more listening. You got to learn how to read your target audience's post, join discussions, learn what's important to them. Remember, you're there for a reason. They're on your friends list for a reason. So by watching people, listening to them, you start learning about them, and you know how to approach people when it's time to hit up their message and hit up their DMs. Make sense? Number two, guys, is focus, okay? It's better to specialize in one thing than to be a jack of all trades, okay? I used to be that guy, the jack of all trades, as well as multitasking. So believe me when I tell you, when I've made mistakes, guys, I'm humble enough to admit that today. I made a ton of mistakes. I spent a lot of money, and, you know, hey, there was consequences for that, okay? But a highly focused content marketing strategy intended to build a strong brand has a better chance for success than a broad strategy that attempts to be all things to all people. Does that make sense? So, that's one thing you really want to do is focus on one thing. You don't have to master it all, guys. I know there's different various styles of marketings and techniques. You have content marketing, you have social media marketing, attraction marketing, viral marketing, guerrilla marketing. There's tons and tons and tons. Master one thing. Find something that you can see doing for the rest of your life that doesn't feel like work, and that you have enthusiasm doing it on a daily basis. That's what you want to master in. That's what God is trying to tell you. That's the direction you need to go in. So focus on that, guys. If you're good at making videos, stick to videos. If you're good at writing blogs and driving traffic to your content, stick to blogging. Master one thing, okay? Number 3, guys, I'm going to take a drink. Just bear with me. All this talking gets my mouth raspy. Number 3 is quality. I know you guys know this one. Quality trumps quantity any day. It's better to have 100 connections that engage with you, that shares, that comments, that likes, all that good stuff. It's better to have 100 of them than to have 1,000 connections that disappear after connecting with you for the first time. It doesn't make sense for them to use your space when you could be replacing them with quality friends. You know what I mean? I'm not going to hang on that one very long because I know you get that concept very well. Another thing I know you're going to get, guys, is patience. Okay, obviously, success doesn't happen overnight, guys. It took me several years just to reach what people title me as success. Now, I don't carry a title. I don't care what people label me as or title me as. It's not about the title for me. It's about what I can do for you. Success is just, honestly, it's never going to happen overnight. It takes time. It takes work. You got to be consistent. You got to constantly test, tweak, scale things, measure your efforts. You got to learn what you're doing with your time. Okay? People have a better chance of succeeding that has the mindset of looking at doing this for the long haul. Unfortunately, a lot of people today live in a microwave society. They have a microwave mentality to where they expect overnight results. They think, oh crap, I just posted in 15 groups, man, and I didn't get one hit, man. This ain't gonna work. That's the mentality of most people. Okay, don't be those people. Okay. Another thing, guys, is influence. Okay, spend time finding online influencers that's in your market who have quality audiences. Okay, and most likely they're to be, you gotta learn how to do things as far as picking and choosing people. I'm not saying go out there and pick any online influencer. Be careful, because your whole point is you want to attract people that are like-minded, right? So, those that have quality audiences that get a lot of engagement, those are the ones you kind of want to steer to. I want to be perfectly honest with you, okay? They're likely to be interested in your products or services, the people that are most like-minded like you are. Connect with those people, and just remember, it's not about business. Don't worry about the business or your services or your products right now. Worry about and focus on building the quality relationships with them first. Okay, that's most important. Number 6, guys, is always value. Value. I'm sure you guys heard this term 1,000 times. Always lead with value. Okay. If you spend all your time on social media just promoting your products or services, people is going to eventually stop listening and stop watching you. That's just how it works. I see it day in and day out from people that's in different businesses. All they do all day is they just spend time marketing or just slamming their products and services on their walls. And you notice the only people that's engaging with them is the people that's on their team, that's affiliated with their business. What's the point of attracting your teammates to your post? Your whole intention is to be pulling people that's not involved in your business, right? So that leads me to, that kind of gives me I don't know the right word I'm looking for, but that's just kind of like, I give them that sour look. Like, you don't spend all day just promoting your stuff. Be human. Don't forget to be human. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, you got to focus on developing relationships, guys, especially with online influencers. And in time, those people will become a powerful catalyst for you. And they'll give you word of mouth marketing for you. you just got to learn how to deal with people. Just be human. Stop slamming people and posting pictures of your products or your services all day, every day. It don't work. I promise you, I wouldn't steer you wrong. Another thing, guys, is acknowledgement. Okay, you wouldn't ignore someone who reaches out to you in person, right? So don't ignore them online either. Building relationships is one of the most important parts of network marketing. So always acknowledge a person who reaches out to you. And it doesn't even have to pertain to business. It could be something personal. You can make something on a post or comment that's not even business related. Guys, remember, I'm going to get into some tricks later, but just remember your personal account is there for a purpose, is to get personable. You're on social media for a reason. That's to be sociable. So master those two things, guys, and don't solely focus on business. Business will come. You just got to learn in the middle of that conversation, in the middle of developing your relationship, you will find plugs and you will find opportunities to kind of plug in and create a need. For example, if I'm in a conversation with someone and I'm carrying a conversation, whether it's over the phone or whether it's chatting, whatever, and I make a comment that my back hurts. I'm just going to use that as an example. Say, oh man, what's going on with your back? Don't be so rushful. Don't be so rushing to throw out the link. Oh, your back hurts? Here, check this out. Here's the link. Take a look at it and tell me what you think. Don't do that. Instead, ask questions to keep them talking about the problem. There's a psychological reason behind that. Get people to talk about their problem. Later, come with a solution. They're more open to hear your solution as opposed to hearing your business opportunity or checking out your link. Wouldn't you agree? It's more effective that way. Okay? And I'm going to keep moving, guys. I'm not just going to kind of hang on this, guys, but, just don't be rude to people, build relationships, so on and so forth. Another thing is to have accessibility, okay? Don't publish your content and then just disappear, guys. A lot of you, a lot of people I see, and I'm not saying you in particular when I say you, guys. I'm saying you as in people in general. On my timeline, I see people post great content. They pack value, great stuff, man. But then they disappear. And, that it doesn't make sense. The one thing you want to do is be available to your audience. That means you need to be consistently publishing content and participate in conversations, which is adding value. Make sure you're adding value to that conversation. If you send emails out, make it easy for your audience to find you on social media. Make it easy and convenient for them to, talk to you. That's really the key, is conveniency sells, okay? And I'm going to give you guys a little trick here. One thing that I've learned years ago, and I still use it today, is edification. You want to edify people, okay? People in general, they love to be edified, especially publicly, okay? So after you just connected with someone, whether it's an online influencer, preferably an online influencer because they have a great following base, right? Don't be afraid to make a public post that speaks good about them. What that does is it allows their friends to see their post, and they see you speaking positive and giving them compliments or a shout out publicly. That one makes their friends want to follow you because you have a positive mindset. You're also involved in the network marketing industry, and you're not afraid to give people compliments and edification when needed. That gives people that makes people enticed to want to follow you too. So, and I'm gonna give you an example. Okay, you can post on Facebook. Like if you just came across someone you just met and you're in a conversation, whatever, and they showed you a little trick with SEO. Let's just say SEO. So what you do is you go on your Facebook, on your wall, create a post, and you just want to say, hey, I want to give a big shout out to such and such. Make sure you tag their name in that post, okay? But I want to give a big shout out to such and such for being a super awesome person, for helping me out today with my SEO. Okay, they saved me a ton of time and a lot of headache. It was refreshing to know that someone actually cares about others in their busy schedule. So make sure you friend them or shoot them a message. Even though such and such stays busy, I'm sure they'll make time for you too. Simple stuff like that, guys. You just tag their name in that post. Their friends see that post. That's going to collect engagement. Now their friends are going to want to follow you too. Okay? So one thing, is this helping so far, guys? Is everything covered on that topic pretty understandable? All right, good deal. Perfect. I'm going to keep it moving. Now, a lot of you guys heard about this webinar, this training webinar through Facebook. So I'm going to kind of touch base on Facebook marketing, okay? I know most of the time that's the most popular medium that people use today as a marketing tool and free traffic. One thing I want to stress to you is learning the difference between a personal account and a fan or business page, okay? Your personal account, use this account only to build relationships, guys. Make sure you're liking, commenting, and overall giving engagement in other people in your market, okay? Posting visuals, giving images helps a lot. Don't post links, okay? It doesn't have to be a business 24/7, guys. Your personal account is just there to be sociable, to attract like-minded people to you, okay? Not to your company, but to you. You want to attract them by your personality, your sense of humor, your knowledge, your wisdom, your care for others. If you're a Christian like myself, you want other Christians around you. That's what you use your personal account for, okay? So when you're going out and you're networking, wherever you're finding them, and we'll go over where to find them a little bit later, but don't just send people a friend request, guys. Make sure you're messaging them too, okay? That's real important. Just message them, giving them a friendly introduction, okay? Here's how to do it. Here's a proper format with how to do it. If you guys want to write this down, okay? When you're sorry, my shoulder hurts. Message them, giving them like more of a friendly introduction in a way that captures their interest, okay? Most people, and I'm sure you guys have been victims of this too, don't be that person that says that never has spoken with you, or you've never spoken with them, and say, hey, you need to take a look at this opportunity. Right now, our team is crushing it. Check out this link if you want to make $1,973,016 per day. Then here's the link. Instead, here's a different approach. Send them a friend request, then immediately send them a message complimenting them on why you was wanting to friend them in the first place, okay? People want to know why you're friending them because they don't know you, okay? So highlight those points. Highlight why you're friending them. Compliment them and explain, in a very brief, it doesn't have to be a long paragraph, a long book, but just kind of briefly state what attracted you to them, okay? And then add a personal touch to it, your own character, your own touch, without business talking. It doesn't always have to be about business, guys. That's really the art here, okay? Then always, and I can't say this enough, always leave an open-ended question at the end, okay? You're only one connection away from exploding your business, guys, if you follow that format. That's it. If you do it properly, and you learn how to treat people like they're people, guys, you're going to explode your business. You're one connection away from that. So keep going, all right? The fan page. Now, there's a difference between a fan page and a business page, okay? Now, this is used for promoting your products or services, okay? It's best to kind of mix it up with relevant content that's entertaining, which as a result can create viral marketing tactics, okay? You don't want to always just keep posting from your fan or business page your products and services or opportunity, guys. Mix it up a little bit. Remember, you're here to create eyeballs on your content. So like we discussed earlier, if you're a robotic promoter, people's going to stop paying attention to you. Throw something very valuable, something that's beneficial to somebody, but be specific. Target something, okay? Don't be that arrow trying to aim for the bullseye, but expecting to hit the entire target. Don't just throw crap against the wall to see what sticks. Be specific. You know what I'm saying? And how you do this, guys, is use your personal account to build the relationships, to engage in people, and so forth. And then once you get a relationship established and you start filling the people out, and you see that they could be a good prospect for what you have to offer, simply ask them after the relationship established, hey, would you mind, giving my business page a like? Real simple question. When you have the relationship established already, the chances increase with yes, yes, yes. Okay? Facebook groups. I know this was a popular topic because a lot of people was really confused about really how to market inside of Facebook groups. Okay? A lot of people don't even do it because it's filled with nothing but robotic promoters. Okay? Here's a good way to do this. Okay? Facebook groups are basically a room filled with network marketers in different businesses. So the one way you want to go about this is to really grab their attention, to kind of really pull them by their ears. It's one simple trick, and you're not going to believe it. You lead with value. You lead with something that automatically tells a story that relates to their situation, that relates to their family, that relates to their problems. And you basically post, instead of posting pictures of your products or services like most people do, how about this? Try this for once. Post pictures of you and your family. Post pictures of you and your kids. And then reel them in with a story. That's really the art of marketing, guys. Marketing is telling stories. Okay? So you're in this business for a reason, because you're unique. That's what separates you from other affiliate marketers. And that's what creates a demand in business, is you. Okay? So remember, with going into a Facebook group, you're not there to be a sheep and do what everybody else is doing. That's wasting your time and spinning your wheels. Post pictures and get personable with people. It doesn't always have to be pictures of you, your kids, and your family. I understand that. But it could be a picture of you. If you drink healthy energy drinks and you're promoting that, take a picture of you drinking a healthy energy drink, and then share your experience as to why you're drinking that energy drink. You see what I'm saying? That's, instead of cramming links and biz opportunities down people's throats, just try that approach in the Facebook groups, guys, and watch the difference. Now, I'm not guaranteeing results here, but I am going to say that it takes experimenting and test and tweaking. You'll start learning the right way. You'll start learning how to really market to your audience if you just start listening and paying attention and doing the opposite of what your competition's doing. Okay? And here's another crucial factor that needs to be implemented. Okay? It's time management. I know we're all guilty of this. I was really bad with this one thing. It's called time management. Okay? Instead of spending countless hours on Facebook or any other social media platform doing absolutely nothing and not getting paid for it, start tracking your time with what activities you do. Okay? As an example, okay, you want to focus on IPA. If you don't know what IPA is, it's called income producing activities. Okay? Create you a list and spend 1 hour a day maybe building relationships with your existing friends. Okay? People say, I don't know who to market to. How about check your friends list? Go through. When's the last time you spoke to so-and-so? It's not going to hurt to take 10, 15 minutes out of that time, out of your day, for each person that accumulates an hour. Okay? Now, if you build 5 relationships a day, or reacquainting yourself with your existing friends, just 5 a day, those numbers will add up. And now you're starting to want, now when you start liking and commenting and engaging in their posts, guess what's going to happen? They're going to start returning the favor. And you can just start off with something very, very simple. Again, no business talk. Start off with something very, very simple. Say, hey, such and such, I just wanted to let you know that, I apologize that I haven't really been, liking or commenting on your post. This new Facebook algorithm, it's just kind of driving me crazy. I'm still getting used to it. Bear with me. But you can start off with something like that. You know what I'm saying? You can tweak it. Use your own words, use your own personality, but just kind of guide you in a direction with what to say. I hope that helps, okay? But learn to scale it too, guys. You got to learn when to scale things up and when to scale things down, because that's going to dictate and determine what's working and what's not working. And that's going to equal what result you get, okay? So don't spend too much time talking with somebody for an hour or two if they're not going to be beneficial. If you feel that the conversation is going to go nowhere and you can't really, you can't benefit them or they can't benefit you, guys, keep it moving. Next. It's a numbers game, okay? Only spend quality time with the people that produce quality time with you, okay? Another thing, guys, is data collecting, okay? You want to collect leads, guys. Leads is so crucial to anything. I don't care where you work. I don't care which business is involved in. And I'm gonna blow your mind for just a second, okay? Any business, I don't care if it's a retail, I don't care if it's telemarketing or sales. All businesses have one thing in common. That's called data and analytics, okay? Every single business analyzes their reports. They scale things up and down to see and tweak and adjust, and they collect data. For example, look at Groupon, okay? Groupon is just a savings platform that allows you, that's ugly as heck, it's not the most beautiful thing, but it's a platform that all they do is focus on collecting leads. You have to register with your name and email, do you not, in order to receive something worthy. That's the same concept that we're delivering here as a network marketer. Just because we're an affiliate marketer does not mean that we do not need to have a business mindset. You got to learn how to shift things and learn that this is a business strategy, okay? So collecting leads is crucial, okay? No matter which way you do it. If you don't have a lot of money to spend, don't worry about it. There's free ways, there's inexpensive and very affordable ways, and then there's other ways that cost a lot of freaking money. But point is, guys, is always collect data. This will allow you to track and control your efforts, who is interested in what you have to offer. And then it'll also tell you who don't, okay? Focus on the ones that do. But remember, the money is not just in the follow-up in the list, guys. The money is in the relationship in the follow-up. Does that make sense? So there again, relationships have an important factor with your follow-up, okay? A simple strategy, and this is something that I actually use. It's very inexpensive. I have a tool that I use that I can build myself with just a simple drag and drop system, and it's called a capture page. You get better with experience, guys. It doesn't have to be the most beautiful thing in the world here. The object is, and the whole intent here is you want to collect a name, an email, and possibly a phone number. Okay, when you start getting real good, then ask for phone numbers. But for now, I would just focus on names and emails. And on a personable basis and private message, once they are opted into your capture page, your very first email could ask for their phone number. Okay, the trick of the trade is getting them in the front door first, and then hit them with the front end offer, and then ask if you can get personable with them. Most people will appreciate that, because people have a tendency when they're purchasing anything online, think of how you feel when you're purchasing something off from Amazon or eBay from someone, and you have a question to ask. You never heard of the particular product. Wouldn't you feel more comfortable knowing that you're dealing with a real person, not just some robotic promoter that just doesn't care about your needs? So that's kind of the same mindset here with this, okay? And I mean, I'm not going to keep going on and on about the tool, but you get the idea. Capture pages work, guys, and you can start building a funnel system to where everything automatically sends out emails for the follow-up. But you want to, when you're building emails, for those of you that do list building, you want to make sure that you're not just slamming products and services down throats. You want to make sure that you're giving, number one, high content value, something that's going to benefit that specific need to create that, supply and demand. It's the same thing, right? So you're not here to, if they're opting into a health and wellness opportunity or a health and wellness product, you're not going to market them about digital training products, right? So you want to be specific and segmentate your list and your campaigns for those of you that list build, and just remember that it's not, people don't really care how much you know, they want to know how much you care. So don't be afraid to build that relationship with people, because that's how you're going to increase your CTR rates and your opt-in rates and your open rates. Your CTR rates, guys, for those of you that don't know, is your click-through rate. That's if you provide a link and a hyperlink or a button inside your email, people click on it, it tracks. It tracks that report, and goes into a percentage that's called your click-through rate. The higher that number is, the more you know that this particular style of marketing is working for this particular audience. That's how you learn to scale up or scale down. Okay, makes sense so far? That's how Walmart actually does it. That's how Groupon does it, is they have to control and track their efforts. They even control the retention. I mean, I can go all day and break things down, but I think you get the picture here. But I want to move forward here, guys. Is this helping so far? I hope so. I got a lot more, man. All right. Terry says, I have to run. About to drop cell service. Big shout out to Chad for dropping his wealth of knowledge on us. He wants everyone to see him. Definitely a team player. Thanks, Terry. I appreciate it, man. But another thing, guys, that really, really works. Terry, thank you so much for coming, man. This will be recording, so you know where I'm at, buddy. We'll talk later. Thanks again for your time, man. But storytelling and sharing, guys, that's one of the most important things that you can really do, is use your story or even someone else's. If you don't have your own story about a particular product or service, you can always improvise and use other people's. That's totally fine. But use stories instead of promoting, okay? It always helps when you have a visual too, because a lot of people, especially on social media, they're visual people. Images seem to attract eyeballs, okay? So when your post gets few engagement, post a link, I'll put it like this. In a simple format, like tell a story. It doesn't have to be extremely long, and then post an image. Like I just showed you what to do in the Facebook group. Kind of the same concept on your wall, okay? But don't post links on that post, okay? The whole key to this is to attract people to that post. People have a tendency to kind of turn away when you're posting links, because people know the game, Your motive here is to attract people to your post, okay? So when people start engaging in your post, then you start posting your links in the comments by simply incorporating that into an answer or a response to someone else that already commented. Does that make sense? See the difference? It's kind of a slick way to do it, but it's the right way. It's kind of a way that's kind of unorthodox, but yet not common like everybody else does it. Everybody else wants to, spam and post links and everywhere and think they're going to get results. Well, it's more important to tell your short story and share your story, and then attract people to that post. Get them to speak, comment. If people's not commenting, you can kind of steer them to comment by just simply saying hi to them. Real simple, okay? If you see someone liked your post but didn't make a comment, hey, so-and-so, thanks for the like, appreciate you. Make sure you tag their name. Guess what? They're going to respond back. Then you start working on page ranks. Then it starts helping your edge ranks. Because remember, most settings by default in Facebook is set at the most popular. You have to manually go in and adjust that setting in your Facebook to see the most recent. So that's the trick of the trade. That's how you work Facebook algorithm to your advantage. We're going to get into that a little bit later too. I hope I'm not keeping you guys. I apologize if I am, but I just feel that when I do training, I do training. I'm going to give you guys some knowledge that you're going to leave with, knowing exactly what to do, and I'm not going to disappoint you. That's just how I want to do it. All right. So, but here's an important thing, guys, is do not advertise the name of your affiliate company in your profile, okay? I see a lot of people still doing this today. Stop that. It takes the mystery out, okay? The whole purpose of social media, just like in person, you want to create a mystery. When you're telling people that you're involved in XYZ company, guess what's going to happen? They're not even going to message you because they already know what company you're involved in. Then behind your back, when you don't even know, guess what? They're going to open up a new tab, go to Google that company if they never heard of it, and then they're going to see one bad report from some Joe Schmo out in North Dakota somewhere that didn't even apply what he learned or didn't even participate, didn't even work for it, and started blaming the company. And guess what? That just gave the whole public bad taste in their mouth. which damaged your efforts, which creates loss of sales for you, and more importantly, you just lost a good relationship. That person could have been a great person, but because they just did their own homework behind your back because you chose to advertise your affiliate company, that's the consequences behind that, guys. So build mystery. That's the key to network marketing. You want people to message you. After you lead with value, you see what I'm saying? Giving people, a great beneficial content that helps a person's need, that supplies a need. You want people to message you asking you, what is it that you do? Which company are you involved with? Well, that kind of creates a direction where you need to be, right? Because now people are coming to you, and not vice versa. It's not you digging in the trenches and you going out trying to reach and talk to everybody. Now you're leading with value. You're showing people that you're learning, you're applying, and you're teaching. People are going to come to you because you're starting to make sense. You have logic, and you have a positive mindset, or they like your personality, or they like your sense of humor, whatever. Now you're attracting people to you. And when they look into your profile, you're giving very, very little, and you're being very vague with exactly what you do. Like if you look at my profile, all it says is entrepreneur, and then it's connected to my fan page. That's it. It's a funnel system. When they go to my fan page, then they can start seeing, but even my fan page keeps things vague. You got to learn the tricks of the trade on proper way to really stand out and create that mystery to where people come to you. That's the art of attraction marketing, okay? I'm going to keep moving forward, guys, because this whole topic was how, what, and where to market. I'm going to show you guys how to really find your audience in your market, okay? Here's a simple trick that some of you may or may not know. It's called hashtags. Be strategical with your hashtags, okay? Instead of just posting random hashtags, use one that can actually create free traffic for you that's effective and that's popular. If you don't use Instagram, I know a lot of you guys use Instagram too. On Instagram, where you put in the hashtags, a little pop-up box comes on, and it kind of gives you with how many people actually use that same particular hashtag. If you don't use Instagram, or you want a different way to kind of measure what popular hashtags are used the most, you can go to this site called socialmention.com. Socialmention.com. Just make sure you write that down, guys. If you need it, I'll post it into the comments section so you guys have it. But what that does, it's a very ugly looking page, has a search thing on there. You type in the hashtag that you want to use and click on that search button, and it will kind of identify and deliver to you exactly how much exposure that hashtag is getting. It'll kind of indicate and provide a direction for you on what hashtag to use. So be strategical with your hashtags, okay? And another thing you can do after you use your hashtags, don't go crazy with them. Only post like maybe 2 or 3 at the most, okay? Instagram, I know you're allowed up to I think 25 hashtags. If you're going to use Instagram for your hashtags and you want to load up 25 hashtags, make sure you uncheck Facebook and Twitter, okay? Because what that's going to do is kind of cram all those links, and it's going to you're only allowed a certain amount of characters on Twitter, so you don't want your whole post to be nothing but hashtags. You want your enticing topic that actually drives traffic to a link and a hashtag on Twitter. On Facebook, it's ugly. People are just going to keep scrolling by. Facebook, it's a whole different format. Instagram, you can get away with it, okay? But what you do is after you create that hashtag, you're strategical with your hashtags. You searched which ones you want to use that you feel that's more effective and that's really relevant and targeting your market. After you're done posting it, click on it after you posted that. What you're going to find is other people that use that same hashtag, and then you can start engaging in their posts too, if they have their profiles public, that is. But that's how you can really find an easy and simple way to really locate your target market. For example, use the hashtag network marketing. After you made that post, click on network marketing and watch how many other people use that same hashtag. There's your target market. There's your audience. There's the people that you can build relationships with. Real simple, right? So, and there's other ways, guys, that you can find your audience in your particular market. It's simple things like, if you're a video person, I know I am, you can create videos on YouTube or create content from blogging. That's where the SEO comes in. Once you make a blog post, that content, if you learn the proper ways to blog, it's very effective, because after you're done making that blog post, it stays on there forever. You can create backlinks. I mean, you can make a post from 1995, and in 2017, somebody can come and track you down and find your products and services, or find you, and you can still generate money on autopilot by just creating a one-time post. Same thing with YouTube, guys. You can create a video on YouTube giving people valuable content, something beneficial to them. It doesn't have to be about business. It can be something that you learned about cooking or barbecuing or t-shirt selling, whatever it is, or if you found a home remedy on how to heal wounds, or if you're whatever. I mean, you get the direction. You can create, your audience and have them come to you by simply doing that. Now, if you want to double dip, for those of you that do have blogs and that still blog today, you can double dip. Blog about what you just created that video with. Make a video on YouTube, upload it. Now traffic's driving to your YouTube. Take that embedded code from YouTube, put it on your blog, create valuable content right there. Now you're double dipping, you're drawing traffic in both directions to where eyeballs are on you. See how that works, guys? So another thing is engaging with your market and adding value to the conversation. That's what you want to do. So when you get people that's actually engaging in you, do it back, guys. Edify them too, whether it's new or old connections, okay? Another way to do, if you learn something, if you're not a video type of person, you can create your own ebooks or your PDFs. Most of your programs today, you can open up your WordPad and you can convert that into a PDF. It's content. Content is what drives traffic, guys, because you can create content one time and you can drive traffic to it forever. Okay? Let me just get a good drink here. I'm talking a lot, I know. But moving forward, guys, is you want to become a resource on Facebook, not just a statistic. Okay? Over the last year, as everybody knows, guys, Facebook has been slowly making algorithm changes that has actually limited the number of people who see our posts. Okay? I don't know if you guys noticed that, but, to be honest with you, you can actually use this to your advantage. And I'll go ahead. I know I said earlier I'll talk more about this. So let me go ahead and do this, okay? Here's a good way that you can use the new changes to the Facebook algorithm to your advantage, okay? Instead of using Facebook as a promotional tool, like most people do, use it to build relationships with your personal account. And then what you do is, like I stated earlier, once you build that relationship with them and you feel that they're a good prospect for your particular product or service that you have to offer, ask them to like your fan page or your business page. Once they do that, make sure on your fan page by itself, because the way the algorithm is set up, it's only affected to the personal accounts. It doesn't have an effect on the actual business page. Okay, so you can make sure on your business page, though, guys, that you're actually putting, potent content. Don't just put random stuff in there. I mean, put really high potent content. Remember those viral marketing tactics that we were talking about earlier? Mix it up, throw some humor, throw some comedy in there, and then every so often present your product or your service. That's how you want to guide. Because anybody that has liked your fan page or business page, the algorithm's not going to have an effect on that. Because if they liked it, they're going to see it once you post it. Okay? The algorithm's only going to affect your personal account. And how you can really change that, I'm going to show you another trick. If you're wondering why people's not commenting and liking on your personal post, I'm going to get into that in just a second, but here's a good trick. Okay? The reason why, guys, is because you're not liking and engaging in theirs. And that's why the algorithm is the way it is. It's a platform that's starting to convert and kind of forcing people to start doing what's supposed to be done anyway on social media, engaging, liking, and commenting. So if you're not liking, engaging in them, chances are they're not going to see your post. It's not their fault because they didn't see it. It's your fault because you're not staying connected with them. So to prevent that from other people not seeing your post, make sure you're engaging in people, but make sure you're engaging in the right people, okay? Another thing, guys, for those of you, I know we was talking earlier, a lot of you guys have jobs, okay? Automation is really what's going to help you guys. Learning how to automate your business, putting things on autopilot. And what I mean by that is this right here, for those of you that have jobs, what automation tools will help you do is for those of you that spend a lot of time offline or, whatever, there's free automation tools out there like Hootsuite, for example, or Hootsuite, however you want to pronounce it, Crowdfire, Social Oomph. There's free tools out there that can help you automate. You can actually even Facebook on your fan and business page, they even allow you to schedule a post, okay? So it doesn't hurt to take, 15 minutes, 20 minutes out of your day before you go to bed or before your day starts to set your day up. You see what I'm saying? Make sure you're not being robotic and spamming. You want to kind of deliver your automated message as if you're live, as if you're there. And you can kind of ghost it a little bit by making people think that, for example, which would be more effective in my post if I was to do two different things. One being, let's use a product, for example, okay, alkaline products, okay, alkaline products that produce alkaline water, okay, let's just say that, for example, okay. Let's see if I can word it right here. Do you know what's in your water? If you want to alkalize your water, click here in the link, okay. If I put that on an automated rotating basis to have it pump out every couple of hours or every hour, do you think that's going to get engagement, or do you think this would get engagement? If I simply just started becoming human and started wording things differently, as in, man, I was so dehydrated today, I accidentally forgot to put my alkaline product in my water, I'm doomed, and not even put a link in there. What do you think is going to get more engagement? Probably the one without the link, right? Because you're actually being human, but they don't know that that's a scheduled post. Your audience doesn't know that. They think that you're spending all day on the computer or on your phone pumping this stuff out, when in reality you're working at your job, or you're in Disneyland spending time with your family, or you're in the pool playing with your kids while all these scheduled posts are pumping out. You see how this works? Lead with value, not links. That's really the trick of the trade, guys, okay? So one thing that I have very, very got to stress to you guys is this. The next level of success demands a new you, okay? You got to learn how to master the level that you're on before you start worrying about the next level, okay? So that's one of my mistakes that I can really honestly share with you guys is that was my mistake, is I was so focused and concentrated on my needs and my pockets, and I was so focused on my success, I totally forgot what I'm in the business for. And I had to kind of shape and form and build a new version of me. I did that through personal development. I did that with every single day for 1 hour a day, read personal development books. Constantly, I had to lock myself in rooms and get off the computer for a second, get off business talk for a second, and really kind of brainwash and reprogram my head, my mind, to really focus on the good and not not the bad. I had to start focusing on different things. And you're the same way, guys. You're just, the life you wants you right back. I promise you, it wants you right back, guys. But one thing you need to learn, you're either in a business or the business is inside you, okay? You got to make that decision, okay? You don't, remember, guys, you don't get paid what the job is worth. You get paid what you're worth. So using those laws and those strategies that I was telling you about, guys, if you apply those correctly, you can set what you're worth as long as you focus on the right steps, okay? The money you get is based on the value that you're willing to give, just like a farmer, okay? It's one thing I've learned, that God can't give us blessings if he can't calculate what to bless us with. Does that make sense? So it's okay to be a go-getter, but more importantly, be a go-giver, okay? Like a farmer. A farmer only is going to reap what he sows, right? He's only going to grow the crops on what he planted. In other words, he gave first. He had to plant the seeds first in order to build a crop, okay? God can't bless you with blooms of crops if you don't plant your seeds. So learn to be a giver first. Put their needs first. Put your needs last, okay? That's how you do everything. Actually, let me reword that. How you do anything is how you do everything. Okay, people are watching whether you realize this or not. You might think people are not on or not watching, just like me sometimes. A lot of times I'm quiet on Facebook. I'm watching, I'm observing, I'm listening. And I'm also engaging in people's posts that maybe you're not following. I do a lot of time on that. That's why I get good engagement. That's why I have good relationships. And I wouldn't tell you this if I know myself that these ideas and these strategies doesn't work, guys. And to be honest with you, it's not even a strategy. It's just being myself. It's just being real. It's being human. It's treating people how I want to be treated. Okay? But, so more importantly, it's just, like I said, guys, how you do anything is how you do everything. So just make sure you're careful and think before you do things, okay? And then you got to really ask yourself one question. Just one question: is the pain of moving forward greater or less than the pain of going backwards? And what I mean by going back to the job, okay? You got to really make that decision. 95% of your skill set comes from your mindset. And that's why it's so crucial to build your mindset first before you start building your business, okay? If I've never in my life met a negative entrepreneur, I never have, and I don't think I ever will. So build that mindset up first by indulging in personal development books. Brainwashing yourself into audios. If you do jogs in the morning, put MP3, put your headphones in and just keep putting it into your head so you can start changing the frequencies in your mind, okay? Have the skill, and I know social media can be distracting, guys. I know all these opportunities that are just coming up and people are hyping it up. I know that can be distracting. I understand. It's called shiny objects. I get it, okay? But start developing the skill of saying no to stay focused is a lot more powerful, guys, because it helps you develop the skills, and it helps you become disciplined. When you become disciplined, then you're in the right direction, okay? A lot of things, guys, is people don't promote them. They forget about them. They're so focused and they're so brainwashed about a company this and a company that, and they forget about them. They serve a purpose, not a company. We're here to supply people with their needs. We're basically a solutions provider. That's our title. We're not network marketers. We're a solution provider. Okay? So one thing you need to learn, guys, is promote you, brand you, not your company. Okay? That's really the most important thing. Okay? The trick of the trade is stop marketing and start connecting. How many times a day, or how often are you connecting with people? That's really the key to the trade right there. Learn, apply, and teach. Present yourself, lead with value, and that's how you start attracting people to you. And when people start liking you, you start developing that know, like, and trust factor. Okay? People's got to know who you are. The only way to do that is to attract them to you, because you share common interest. They like your personality. They like your sense of humor. They like something about you, right? Then they got to like you. They like something about you. So know, like, and trust. In order for them to do business with you, they got to trust you. People don't do business with anybody if they don't trust you. If they think that you're just a robotic promoter, that all you care about is the money, 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 chances are you're not going to have good success in your business. And that's where most people fail. So for what it's worth, guys, is stop marketing, stop promoting, and start connecting. All right? So I'm going to pretty much wrap this up here. I'm going to always open it up for live Q&A at the end. So I know I covered a lot, guys. Hopefully you took notes. And guys, if you have any questions that you feel that I did not cover, or something that you're kind of struggling in, now's the time to speak on it so I can address it publicly. If you don't want it to be addressed publicly, I totally respect that. You can always shoot me a message and we can discuss things one-on-one, okay? All right, you're welcome, Anita. Thank you for your time. I know we've sat through this, about an hour. I try to crunch it up. Honestly, I had a lot more to talk about, but we'll save that for other training webinars. I just wanted to get specific with how, what, and where to market. So if you guys have any questions that I can personally help you with, feel free. Feel free. I'm gonna address it right here. Otherwise, I'm gonna go ahead and end this webinar, okay? And I will have a recording for those that did not attend. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys so much. I appreciate everybody's time here. I'm not going to keep you too much longer here. God bless you guys. I hope this really did help, because that's what it's about. If you have any questions or need any help or direction from me, I do offer free consultations. It is by appointment only, but you're more than welcome to shoot me a message through Facebook, just so we can have a heads up and we can get that consultation scheduled. And then we can make sure that, we're both available. I do stay pretty busy. I do have a lot of things going on a daily basis. So I'm more than happy to help you guys. That's what I'm in the business for. All right. God bless you guys. Have a great day.